day?
I want to make a donation to the church as a token of repentance for the things I did wrong. There you are.
And I gladly accept your offering, my son. I'll pray for your forgiveness. But I'm curious, how come you got so devout all of a sudden? Has something happened?
Johanka sent me to do penance to the Virgin Mary and make a donation to her church.
Johanka?
Yes, Father. It's a long story.
Not to worry, lad. I had to listen to a lot of long stories at the university in Prague. Each of the masters tried to speak longer than the others so as not to appear less learned. I can handle it, believe me.
All right. If you like. Johanka is a girl from Skalitz. I've known her since, well, all my life. But recently, some, peculiar things have been going on.
Haven't they everywhere? These are dark times.
No, wait though. This is something different. The Virgin Mary has been appearing to Johanka.
What? Are you serious?
Yes. Our Lady visits her in her dreams and shows her, well, I don't know what. Johanka says the Virgin tells her some words of wisdom and wants her to pass them on to the people.
Good Lord. What does she show her? Tell me.
Well, once she preached to the people about how we were all sinners and must repent. Otherwise, beasts of hell would come for us and rip us to pieces. Something like that. But if we're virtuous, Our Lady will drive the beasts away, save us. Of course, when Johanka speaks, it sounds a lot better, really. She speaks completely differently than she usually does. Like some kind of angel.
Damn. That sounds very, I don't know, Henry. You wouldn't be making it up by any chance.
No, I swear by the Blessed Virgin, it's all true. I was there myself.
I see. Well, that is really extraordinary. And what do the people think of all this?
Well, the people of Sasau go to listen to her. Some of them.
That's interesting. Very interesting indeed. The masters of Prague ought to hear this. Some might even agree. And what about you, Henry? What do you think of it?
Me? I really don't know what to make of it. But Johanka would never lie. And what do you think? You're a learned man.
It's hard to say. Maybe I should go to Sasau and see for myself. Thank you for telling me, lad. One thing is certain, though. There are interesting times ahead. That you can be sure of.
Interesting? In a good way or a bad way?
That's in God's hands, son.
What isn't? Farewell, Father.
Wait a moment. You came here the whole way from Sasau on foot?
I did. I made a pilgrimage of penance. I stopped to pray at every shrine and cross along the way. By the way, that shrine before Talmberg by the path from Sasau, I don't know what happened to it, but someone should see to getting it fixed.
You noticed, eh? Yes, I know about that. It's just that there hasn't been the means to get it fixed, see? It just occurred to me, this affair with Johanka reminds me of a manuscript I made a copy of once. You might find it interesting. If you want, you can come with me and I'll find it for you. Or stop by the presbytery later.
All right, Father. Thanks.
God be with you. Where could I have put it? I knew it was a mistake to put it in a safe place. Ah, here it is. Welcome, Henry.
About that manuscript, Father.
Ah, excellent. Look, I found it. Copied excerpts from the work of Magister Parisiensis.
The who?
Matthew of Yanov, the Master of Paris as he was known. He studied there. He was a university master. He traveled a lot and was very learned. Did I tell you about Jan Hus?
Oh, yeah. I'm not likely to forget that in a hurry.
Ha, right. Me neither. Anyway, as I was saying, Hus wasn't alone, see? There are other masters who have similar ideas. Just that Hus knows how to talk about it better than anyone. But this Matthew, he was one of those who thought much the same as Hus.
And what use will that be to me?
I can't say, but it came to mind when you were talking about Johanka, because Matthew wrote about similar things, about women who had visions and the like. I've got a copy here. I'll lend it to you if you promise to bring it back. You do know how to read, don't you?
Of course I do.
By Christ, lad, you're a regular scholar. Here you are, then. I'm sure it's in good hands. You can bring it back to me when you're passing again.
Ah, all right, thanks.
You're welcome, lad. Now run along and don't keep Johanka waiting.
What do you want? There's no Johanka here.
Where's Johanka?
She's locked up at the rat house. Orders of the bishop.
Locked up? For what?
For heretical speeches. Run along now. If you want to chat about it, go and talk to that monk who smells like an apothecary shop. He's in a flap about it too.
Farewell.
What happened to Johanka?
Nothing good, I'm sorry to say. She was locked up by the papal inquisitor Bishop Yaroslav of Benešov. It seems he somehow caught wind of this preaching of hers. He's accused her of spreading heresy and had her placed under arrest.
Jesus Christ. What's going to happen to her?
I don't know, Henry. It all depends on the Inquisitor and how he decides. The accusations brought against Johanka are very serious.
Well, we must do something.
Well, you can try talking to Bishop Yaroslav. He can tell you more. As a servant of the royal hetman, your name ought to carry some weight with him. But watch your step. This matter is entirely in the hands of church law, so you mustn't overestimate your lay authority here.
Right. I'll go and see this Bishop Yaroslav of Benešov.
May God go with you. And thank you, Henry. I'm glad you're standing up for Johanka. If you need anything, do come and see me. Good luck then.
Sir, I am...
Henry of Skalitz, from the garrison of the royal hetman, Sir Radziga Kobılы. I've heard a lot about you, my son. I'm pleased to meet you.
Bishop Yaroslav? Sir? My lord, to what do I owe your interest in my humble self?
I was told you survived the massacre in Skalitz and warned the Talmberg garrison. You tracked down the raiders of a stud farm in Neuhof, wasn't it? To their hideout in the woods. And then you led Sir Radzik and his armed company there and joined bravely in the skirmish, and even killed their notorious leader by your own hand. And I believe you have many other deeds to your name. That's quite remarkable, considering your age, is it not?
Well, you're too kind, Monsignor. I'm just trying to do what's right, and what's needed.
Quite rightly, too, my son. I expect we'll be hearing more about you. But I assume you didn't come here to exchange pleasantries. Or am I mistaken?
No, Monsignor, you're quite right. I'm here about Yochanka.
Naturally. I'd be quite surprised if it were otherwise. So, tell me what's on your mind.
Why did you have her imprisoned?
Because she broke the promise she made to me and persisted in actions that bear the signs of heresy.
How did you find out about Yochanka?
Word came to me of what was happening here, that some young girl was claiming to speak for the Blessed Virgin. I traveled here immediately, as my duty demanded, and observed events in Sasau incognito, in order to examine the matter at first hand.
I see. And what will happen to Yochanka now?
I must weigh the gravity of her transgressions and investigate these alleged visions of hers. I consider it very improbable that she is indeed being visited by the Blessed Virgin. Nevertheless, I cannot at this time rule it out entirely.
So you think it could be true? In that case, Yochanka hasn't done anything wrong.
It's not that straightforward. Even if her visions were real, she was at fault for interpreting them as she saw fit and preaching to the people.
When will you decide, Monsignor?
As soon as I am fully informed of the facts. Although it seems the matter is a little more complicated than I first thought. I will call Yochanka and the witnesses, question them, and then pronounce a verdict.
And will there be anyone there to defend Yochanka?
Do you doubt my judgment?
I would never be so bold, sir. But surely it would be only just that someone should speak for Yochanka about all her good deeds and so forth.
Naturally, I will also question those who would speak in her defense. Since you are interceding, I expect you have someone in mind?
Yes. Actually, me.
As I surmised. But this matter does not directly concern you. Why should I allow you to appear before the court?
Yochanka is my neighbour, and I have a Christian duty to come to her aid. I can't just stand by and do nothing.
I have to concur with you on that. Your concern seems sincere, so I will grant your request. Very well. You will defend Yochanka. You may speak in her defense if you so wish, and you may also bring witnesses. I will question any such witnesses, and naturally I shall question Yochanka too.
Thank you, Monsignor. In that case, I'll need to speak to Yochanka first.
That won't be possible. It's forbidden by the Inquisition procedure. Until the entire matter is resolved, Yochanka can speak only to me, and no one else. I would like to expedite the matter. The trial will take place in Sasau Church in 3 days' time at the latest. Come and let me know when you're ready to proceed. In the meantime, I will continue my investigation.
Very well, Monsignor. I had better get on with it then, sir. Farewell.
Before you go, you know Yochanka longer than anyone else. You spent a lot of time with her, as I've discovered. Tell me, my son, truthfully, what do you think of this whole affair?
Yochanka helped a lot of people. She worked her fingers to the bone helping Brother Nicodemus with the sick and injured.
That is certainly commendable. What else can you tell me about her?
About the Virgin Mary? I believe the Virgin does visit her. Johanka is honest. She wouldn't lie about such a thing. And the things she says sound truthful and compelling. It really does seem like a heavenly revelation. Who else could it be from? But the Virgin Mary.
The origin of these so-called visions of hers must be investigated. But thank you for your candor. Is there anything else you can tell me?
Well, before, in Skalitz, Johanka was sort of, well, just a simple village girl. I never imagined I'd hear her talking the way she does now. She's completely transformed.
A simple village girl. I see. Do continue.
Johanka is an honest girl, and virtuous. She's a good Christian, who attends church and thinks of others.
Good. Please continue.
She's worried about Matthias. He's from Skalitz too, and she's very fond of him. But he was wounded in a raid on Merhojed recently, and since then he's been lying in a fever. Johanka believes that if she does what the Blessed Virgin wants of her, Matthias might be healed.
Interesting. Anything else?
That's about all I can tell you.
Is that really everything?
I have nothing more to add, Monsignor.
Very well. Thank you, my son. One more thing before you go. Let me remind you that it's your Christian duty to report anything suspicious going on concerning the Church and the true faith, if you're aware of anything of the sort in these parts. If you prove yourself a commendable servant of the Church, I would also take that into account in judging Johanka's case.
All right, Monsignor. I'll bear that in mind.
May the Lord watch over you.
Henry, I must have a word with you.
Adela, the Inquisitor is going to try Johanka in court.
Oh, Lord. I hope she's acquitted. I was absolutely devastated when they took her away.
I need people to speak in her defense, and I'd like to ask you to do it.
I don't want to go there. Really. I'm afraid of that Inquisitor, but... You helped me, and so did Johanka. It's only right that I should try and help her. But what am I supposed to say there? I'm just a simple village girl. I don't know anything about these things.
That doesn't matter. You just be yourself. It should be enough to talk about all the good Johanka does here, and how she helps others. I'll send for you, if you're needed.
All right.
Thanks a lot.
Oh. May the Lord watch over you, Henry.
Henry, I must have a word with you.
I wouldn't say that. Ah, you want to stick your head out the door now and again, you old idler? First it's pissing down.
Greetings, good knight. How may I serve you?
Care to try your hand at dice?
See you.
I can't wait to see how you throw. Curses. Why did I even start this game? Ah, come on. It's time I had a throw. I could see that coming. That's it. This'll be the one. Should I, shouldn't I? No, I daren't. Use your head, man. You'll lose everything. Not afraid of anything, eh? About time it went my way. Not afraid of anything, eh? About time it went my way. Good game. You deserve it.
Thanked her for their salvation. Ah.
God be with you, Henry.
Goodman Pavel, you're still here. That's a relief. I was afraid I'd miss you.
Yes, yes, still here, but not for long. I had some business to deal with, but now that's out of the way and I'm getting ready to leave. What was it you wanted?
You might have heard that Yochanka was arrested by the Inquisitor and is facing trial.
Indeed, word has reached me. Poor girl.
I'd like to ask you to speak to the court in Yochanka's defense.
Of course, Henry. You have my word. And the word of a burgher of Colina ought to mean something. But to speak in defense of someone accused of heresy is no small matter. What do you want me to say?
The same thing you told me. That it was a sacred sign that you happened to be nearby when Yochanka was speaking, and so on.
True. I'll tell the bishop that. You can rest assured.
Thank you very much. Please wait here a few more days for the court to convene, then I'll send for you.
All right. For Yochanka's sake, I'll wait. Take care.